song. It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall. Who never sacrifice their will. Don't ever look back on the world closing in. Be on the attack with your wings on the wind. All the things will begin. And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory. And it's ours for the taking. It's ours for the fight. And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory. And the war is ours to fall. The winner takes all.
Hello out there, we're on the air, and it's race day today in the capital of the Garden State. It's a beautiful September afternoon in Trenton, New Jersey, as we get set for the penultimate race of the 2024 NR2003 Mission Barbecue Cup Series Chase for the Championship, the NJ Transit 500. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, lads of all ages, as we welcome you to the Trenton Fairgrounds Raceway with live coverage on the North American Sim Racing Network. And up in the NSRN booth, my name is Trey Wright. 2 races remain in the 2024 season of the MBCS, and we come to the final state of racing for the last week of the campaign. My home state, the Great Garden State of New Jersey, Trenton today, and at the New Jersey Motor Speedway Saturday night for the finale. But rewinding to last Saturday evening down in FLA, where the chase grid was once again flipped on its lid and absolutely burned to the ground after a wild race at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Taking a look at your bracket now, it is now down to 7 drivers who have a mathematical chance at winning the title in 2024, and right at the top you can see 4 big zeros, 2 pairs of 6,005 points between Alex Sanvitale and Toby Murphy. For the first time in the entire chase, Sanvitale has company right at the top spot of the podium. Those 2 drivers right now tied with exactly 6,005 points apiece after Sanvitale wrecked at Homestead and finished 35th, while Toby Murphy finished 9th in the Homestead Miami race. While Toby Murphy finished 9th at the Miami Vice 400, and Juan Rodriguez and Dylan Matthews, both of those drivers climbing back into this battle as well. While Dylan Matthews did lose 2 positions after wrecking out at Homestead, she still remains in 4th, 82 points behind Sanvitale and Murphy, and Juan Rodriguez is 65 back after a good 13th place finish for your regular season champion. And those 4 guys are the drivers that cannot be mathematically eliminated from championship contention entering this afternoon's race, but those marked in yellow can be. Those are Derek Hamill, Matthew Hubert, and Corey Case. Hamill has had a very up and down chase in the 47 car. He has finished 2nd and 5th in the last 2 races, so that has catapulted Hamill all the way up to 5th, 108 points behind Sanvitale. Matthew Hubert wrecked out at Homestead, and he is 180 points behind, and same thing with Corey Case, who has clawed his way back up to the top 7 after finishing 7th at Homestead, also 180 points behind Sanvitale. And both Hubert and Case and Hamill, all 3 of those guys need to have good runs this afternoon because they don't want to end up like the bottom 5 drivers in the chase for the championship. Igor Beretta, who entered the chase as the number 2 seed, despite finishing 19th at Homestead Miami, is the first driver on this list who was mathematically eliminated going into today's race. Same thing goes for Braden Perez, who wrecked out at Homestead. It'll be 3 straight seasons without a championship for Perez. Bradley Ream, after finishing 25th, was mathematically eliminated as well. He is 395 points behind Sam Vitale, and the same thing goes for your two wildcard drivers of Logan Alexander and Mitchell Collins, after finishing 11th and wrecking out respectively. Collins, 450 points behind Alex Sam Vitale. So like we said at the top of the show, it comes down to 7 drivers who have a chance coming into the final pair of races. And then going into New Jersey on Saturday night, it could be just 4 drivers, it could be 5, it could be all 7 who have a chance of winning at the New Jersey Motor Speedway in the Corporate Deployments 500. But before we get underway, we'll go over where each of your chase drivers are starting. Braden Perez starting on the outside pole. In the second spot, Dylan Matthews, the highest running championship eligible driver in the grid. She starts 6th. Igor Barreto and Mitchell Collins 12th and 13th respectively. Logan Alexander 15th. Corey Case 18th. Alex Sam Vitale deep in the field in 23rd. 28th is Juan Rodriguez. 30th Derek Hamill. 35th for the hometown hero of Toby Murphy in that 20 car. And Bradley Ream, Matthew Hubert 37th and 38th respectively. We have seen a lot of different races here at the Trenton Raceway. We've seen chaos in 2020 where Madison Tall and Brandon Yodel went flipping down the front straightaway, and we've seen calm races, and we've seen upsets here at the Trenton Fairgrounds Raceway, and we are about to pull them belts tight one more time and get things going, because it's once again that time of the broadcast again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down trackside to get the most famous words in motorsports to kick off the NJ Transit 500.
Drivers, start your engines.
And the engines roar to life on the pit lane at Trenton. 42 cars ready to do battle under the sun in the Garden State. Alex Lozano, 2-time winner this season, looking for win number 3. Starts on the pole position in the 11 car. The owner of that 11 car, Braden Perez, starting on the outside of row number 1. Row 2, the Howell, New Jersey native of Matt Wolf. Next to the 16 of Danny Fallington. And in row number 3, Thomas Troxel. Next to Dylan Matthews in the 1 car to make up the first 6 starting positions. As the field rolls off, there's Toby Murphy, went to high school, only about a half of a block away from here. A lot of friends and family showing out for the Hamilton, New Jersey native as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 4. It'll be 68 laps around the 1.5-mile, 5-turn Trenton Raceway. The pit window is about 38 to 42 laps. And your 3 previous winners of the NJ Transit 500 are Cole Sampson, Logan Alexander, and Daisy Johnson. Sampson starts 26th, Alexander 15th in the 58 car. They're out of turn number 5, and the pace car about to make its way down the pit lane. Sticks up. 2 races to go here at Trenton as the green flag flies here in the capital of New Jersey. Coming out of turn number 5, Lozano first on the gas in that number 11 car. Matt Wolf looking for win number 3 on the season as well. We'll tuck back in line, your Daytona 500 champion will fall back to 3rd after starting on the outside lane, and Matthew Hubert going the wrong direction already in the 75. Same thing for the 47 of Derek Hamill and the 48 of Juan Rodriguez. A lot of these championship eligible drivers starting near the tail end of the field. 3 wide off for the corner. Bradley Ream not fighting for a championship anymore. Still going down low, and Toby Murphy right in the middle there. Like we mentioned on the pre-race show, attended Nottingham High School. Just a couple of blocks here from the Trenton Raceway. Literally, you could probably throw a baseball over to Nottingham from here. A lot of friends and family showing out for him as Matt Wolf up to the second position. And Dylan Matthews going the wrong direction in the A1 car. Remember, she was 82 points behind Alex Vitale. You know, which is how the end of that race transpired at Homestead. I think Dylan was just really, really frustrated that she ended up finishing that race in the garage area after wrecking. And San Vitale picking up the pieces in that 96. He is back in the points lead. And he's going to the inside as Dylan Matthews going the wrong direction in car number 1. Toby Murphy not too far behind. San Vitale right now running in the... trying to find where he is. I believe he is running up there in the 18th position while Murphy is running 26th. That's about an 8 position gap. So about 40 points would separate San Vitale and Murphy where they run right now. But both these drivers on the inside lane. The inside line is the preferred line here at Trenton. Back to the front, it's Alex Lozano who has led all 5 laps so far. As he goes into turn number 1. A good view of this track. Turns 1 and 2. Modeled after, well, that's what turns 3 and 4. Or turn 1 was modeled after at Pocono. Then the kink on the back straightaway here for turn number 3. And then the 2 sweeping corners for turns 4 and 5. Make up a single lap here at the 1.5 mile Trenton Fairgrounds Raceway. 15 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2. Turn 3, I believe it's about maybe 10 degrees of banking. And the same thing for turns 4 and 5. So 15 in 1 and 2, 10 in 3, 4, and 5 here at Trenton. But Matt Wolf not letting that 11 car close in or move away whatsoever, but pretty stagnant battle towards the front of this field. We'll go back into here at your championship battle, and now Toby Murphy on the outside lane. He's dropping like a stone. Back the other way, Alex San Vitale got the Jaws theme playing on Dylan Matthews. Right now, Matthews would be behind by 70 points to that 96 car, 72 points rather, of that 96. Going into Trenton Saturday night, and Corey Case is ahead of all of these guys. A little wide through the corner goes the 96 as, again, Corey Case cannot fall more than, we'll call it 5 positions. We'll call it 10 positions behind the 96 of San Vitale. If he wants to stay championship eligible, same cannot be said right now for Matthew Hubert, who is just marred deep in the back of this field. Oh, and hard on the outside wall goes Riley Sampson. Something amiss on the 24. I've never seen anything like that. He just turned dead right into that outside wall. And you see the amount of damage on your Rockingham winner's car. I don't know, he might have to pit here. I mean, he just turned dead right into that wall. That is unbelievable. And that happened right in front of Matthew Hubert in that 75. It'll give him a couple of positions. Same thing for Juan Rodriguez. Again, Rodriguez was 65 back of the 96 coming into today. And now San Vitale stuck up on the outside lane. That allowed Dylan Matthews to gain a little bit of ground on the 96. Again, it has been a really interesting chase for this 96 car. He's been involved in, I think, 6 different incidents in the first 8 races of the chase. Yet he's, after Darlington, finished the highest of any championship driver, finished the 2nd highest of the chase drivers after Greenville-Spartanburg getting spun around. Obviously, Homestead Miami was kind of the tipping point for him, but things are looking pretty well for this 96 car if he can just keep his nose clean. And speaking of keeping their nose clean, Toby Murphy, to my knowledge, doesn't have a single DNF in 2024. He's been close a couple of times, but taking a look at his the amount of laps that he's completed, that percentage, that's at 99.7. I don't think we've ever seen anybody have that mark at all in the 4 seasons of competition we've had in the MBCS so far. So it's been all about consistency. While Toby Murphy hasn't won a race, neither has Alex Sanvitale or Dylan Matthews or Juan Rodriguez for that matter. In fact, all 4 drivers that are going to have a shot at this championship going into New Jersey do not have a win in 2024. 3 of them are rookies. 1 of them is the regular season champion. And then you got guys like Derek Hamill, Matthew Hubert, 2 wins apiece for those drivers. Corey Case got the win at Nashville. But they've just not been as consistent as these top 4 guys, which just proves that you can win 3 races. Look at Mitchell Collins. Look at Logan Alexander. Derek Hamill, you can win 2, 3 races. You can even win 1 race, like Nathan Ormond or Tyler Reynolds, Igor Barreto, Logan Williams, Will Parrish. But the fact of the matter is, if you're just inconsistent, you're not going to end up winning the championship, and that's ultimately what's leading to this fun battle between these 4 guys. There is a very good possibility we end up with our first winless champion this year, and all I can say is I am all for it. I am absolutely all for a winless champion in 2024. The 2 drivers that have done a lot of winning so far in 2024 are Lozano and Matt Wolff as they continue to battle nose to tail here in turns number 4 and 5. Good run so far for the 3 TPR affiliated drivers. Both of those cars up in the podium, and 92. Braden Perez right now running just outside in position number 4. It's not been the season that you want, and going into the chase, it was a topic of conversation if Perez would even be in the chase after just having a couple of just a roller coaster of a final 10 weeks of the regular season. But Perez made it in, but just unfortunately, you can win a race. He won the Daytona 500, but it's just really not going to mean anything if you just can't put down consistent runs together. And, it's just 3 straight seasons where Perez has made the chase and has failed to even have a shot at winning it going into the final race of the season. Meanwhile, right on the back bumper of the 42 is the 00. Thomas Troxel. A little bit of a bump and run on the New Jersey native. Matt Wolff just trying to close that door to the inside of the 00. Not able to do so just yet as Alex Lozano just continues to scoot away in that 11 car. He won the race at Richmond, then just kind of fell off for the rest of the season. Then won at the Denver Oval, and hey, started on the pole here. Again, this is a track position race at Trenton, so where you start definitely factors into where you're going to finish. But again, we've seen a lot of chaos here in the past. You harken back to the race in 2020, where, again, we saw Brendan Yodel flipping down the front straightaway, and Madison Tall's championship hopes ended that afternoon. And this has really just been the heartbreaker race. That and Nazareth for the 1 year. We had the John Andretti race for the... we had the Taste of Cake 400 as the second final race of the season. Which, trying to find what John Andrews is in that 44. There he is, the winner of that race back in 2021. But again, this has just been the heartbreaker race for so many drivers. Corey Case right now having a decently good run. Right now running about 5 positions ahead of the 96. So that would be About 25. There'll be a 25-point swing for where Corey's running right now. As he's going to go on the outside lane. He's going to lose a couple of spots here in the 63. It's not going to be good. Again, he just cannot finish 5 positions behind this 96. I know that I said it was 10 earlier, but it's realistically 5. In trouble for Cameron Garlington. Garlington, who was running 5th at the time, down the pit lane. And it's an oil leak for the Waco, Texas native. Or rather, just the Texas native. The Houston, Texas native of Cameron Garlington, who has brought it into the pits. And that is not good for Garlington. Like he said, he was running in the 5th spot at the time. Still looking for his first win of the season. It's not going to come today. And in the outside wall, Matt Hubert gets punted up into the wall by Thomas Troxel. And the fans not liking that as Cameron Garlington. I am very surprised that they were able to get that car back out onto their track as fast as they were. He's only going to lose a lap here, which again, that will put him last on the field. Oh, and hard in the outside wall goes the 4 machine, and now the 42 is down the pit lane. So now Matt Wolf will come down. Wolf with issues. We don't see anything on the monitors. Again, these guys aren't supposed to come down until lap 38. I don't know if these guys are just deciding to short pit a little bit here. And nobody else came down with him. Alex Lozano is going to stay out. We're only on lap number 23. Now Cameron Garlington is trying to get his lap back. And that's a tough break for Matt Wolf, as now the 11 car will get past. Wolf will come out of the pit lane, and now we're seeing a lot of drivers come down, so I think we're going to see some split strategy on the pit lane here. Again, this is a 500-mile race. So we follow along with Owen Miles on the pit lane, Nathan Stapleton and Riley Sampson all coming down. And now here come the leaders. Keegan Thompson is going to stay out on the racetrack, and Alex Lozano coming on down. And everybody is going to come down here about 10 laps earlier than we anticipated. And this is going to probably turn this into a 2-stop race. Lozano will come into his pit stall. He'll get service. Braden Perez right behind him. I imagine it's going to be 4 fresh Hoosier tires for all of these guys coming off of the pit lane. Keegan Thompson elects to stay out. A little bit of extended stop for Alex Lozano, and he is going to lose the race off of the pit lane. Thomas Troxel will come out first, and now I think the 42, Matt Wolf, is going to come out with this lead, if I'm not mistaken. And Derek Hamill. Trouble for Derek Hamill and the 7 of Ethan Lewis on the pit lane. Both of those cars destroyed, and same thing with Igor Barreto. A lot of drama on the pit lane. I think I saw some damage on the 48 car. Yes, I did. Juan Rodriguez having issues on the pit lane, like we've seen this a lot in years past. Drivers having issues, and it looks like there's hood damage to the 40 of Will Parrish. What is going on? Skylar Taylor also with damage. I think we had a stack up on the pit lane. And goodness me, nobody, I have no idea what's happening. We'll see a replay down below, but I think they jammed it up coming into the pits. A lot of drivers down the pit lane. Mitchell Collins coming back out the track. Skylar Taylor with damage. And like we said, that's probably going to be the end of the road, as Matthew Hubert has gone behind the wall. He has wrecked again. And that'll be the first official cannon shot in this race. Matthew Hubert, issues on the pit lane. A lot of drivers having issues, and Matthew Hubert will unfortunately not be fighting for a championship in 2024. And it doesn't look like Derek Hamill is going to be fighting that either. He does sit 25th. But trying to see where this 96 car shakes out. I don't see Sam Vitale. There he is in the 96 car. And now Will Parrish is retired as well. So something major had to have happened on the pit lane. And Juan Rodriguez with issues. Oh boy. And all this without the caution coming out is even more mind-boggling. But Matt Wolff, like we said, he does cycle out to be the race leader. So I guess it was a little bit of karma there for the TPR drivers as a huge lead for Matt Wolff. Alex Lozano, I don't know if he had an issue on the pit lane that he was trying to fix or what, but Lozano is going to go from hero to zero in about 2/10 flat. But Matt Wolff with a mega lead in the 42, but he does have 2 lap older tires than everybody else. But Derek Hamill, just trying to see where Hamill's sitting right now. Currently running in the 25th spot. Like we said, a lot of drivers are trapped a lap down. Dylan Matthews is 21st. And Alex Sanvitale, I think he might be in the top 10. He is in the top 10 right now, running in the 9th spot, with Toby Murphy currently sitting in 13th. So Dylan Matthews not having a good stop in the 1 car. She is going to fall behind. But again, and this is going to turn this race into a 2-stop race. And I guess the tire wear, just a little too much, because they could definitely make it to the end on fuel. They could do about 36 laps on fuel, but I think the tire wear was just a little too much for these cars. And Matt Wolff, we'll see how much Troxel gains on him this time around. Oh, Thomas Troxel gained a lot, so I think it's definitely the tire wear here on this abrasive surface and not under the hot sun today in New Jersey. I think that is definitely what's causing these cars to pit 10 laps earlier than we anticipated. But now Dylan Matthews, 21st, trying to get around Juan Rodriguez. Rodriguez is off the lead lap. He is 37th. So the way that these guys run right now, Rodriguez is going to be in a fairly big pickle going into the final race of the season. Sam Vitale, like we said, running in 9th, but again, these guys are going to have a second pit stop. And Cameron Garlington, I'm surprised that he is 28th right now. Then again, I think he only took 2 tires just to replace that oil filter. Or whatever it was. But Hamill, like we said, running in 24th. He was able to get around his teammate. Skylar Taylor's a lap down. And the Sampson brothers are ahead of him. But I just have no idea. I really want to see the replay. You guys will have seen the replay by now, but I want to see the replay of what happened on the pit lane that took out 3 chase drivers. As up in here, oh boy. Big stack up with Igor Barreto going the wrong way. Bradley Ream, who was a lap down. Same thing with the 71, although these guys are on fresher tires, and here we go. Battle for the race lead here. This last time by was the halfway home point through the NJ Transit 500. And these guys are probably going to have to come down at around lap 50, but for the race lead, Thomas Troxel looking for win number 1 of the season. With a good run on Matt Wolff, he's got 2 lap fresher tires, and Wolff does. Watch this battle, and then we'll go into your Twisted Tea race break and go through the field. And Lozano, big run to the inside. He's got the fresher rubber. Where does he go? He goes to the inside. No, Wolf will shut the door on him for now. A little wide through the corner. Goes the 42. Wolf, a student, or a graduate rather, at the Rider University. Class of 2021, as Lozano will go to the inside of him. Wolf will shut the door for now. And Cameron Garlington now going to help out this 0-0 here in the next couple of laps. I think Matt Wolf is just trying to bank on short pitting here. Or these guys, I don't know, they made it to lap 25. I was before halfway. They can do about 36 laps. They're not going to be able to make it to the end on fuel at that. Lozano just continues to be right on the back bumper of this 42, and they have put a pretty sizable gap over the rest of these guys. Dano Georgi up here in position number 4. John Andrews is a lap down. Again, this green flag pit stops really jumble up this field, as Lozano is going to lose a little bit of ground to Matt Wolf in the 42. And that's going to put the 28 car in front of him. So while we get the battle for the lead simmers down just a little bit, it's time for a Twisted Tea race break. So let's go through the field here, presented by Fram. So Matt Wolf leads the way in car number 42. Cameron Garlington is 27th. Thomas Troxell is 2nd. Braden Perez is 3rd. 28th, Mitchell Collins. 29th, Bradley Ream. 4th, Dano Georgi. 30th is John Andrews. 31st is Igor Barreto. Logan Alexander, 5th. Daniel Bouchard, 32nd. 33rd, Nathan Orman. 34th, Trey Smith. 6th is Logan Williams. 7th, Owen Miles. 8th, Justin Seidel. 9th, Alex Sambatale. Top 10 caboosed by the Ag Ice cars. Corey Kay's running right now in P10. 11th, Keegan Thompson. 12th, Charlie Davenport. 35th, Ryan Durrani. 36th, Nathan Stapleton. 13th, Toby Murphy. 14th, Tyler Reynolds. 15th, Reggie Fogelman. 16th, Brenna Wilmington. 17th, Caleb Rose. 18th, Zachary Fitzwater. 19th, Roberto Crown Jr. Top 20 caboosed by Angel Gutierrez. 21st, Dylan Matthews. 22nd, Danny Fallington. 23rd, Eric Monaco. 37th is Eric Monaco. 23rd is Cole Sampson. 38th is Riley Sampson. 39th, Juan Rodriguez. 40th is Skylar Taylor. 24th, Derek Hamill. 25th, Ethan Lewis. 26th, Alex Lozano. And 27th is Cameron Garlington. And right as we come back, it's not a race on the NASRN without us missing a pass for the race lead, as Thomas Troxell has gotten around Matt Wolf for the race lead. Troxell pitting on lap number 25, while Matt Wolf pitting on lap 23, if I'm not mistaken. 27 cars on the lead lap, as the 28 of Garlington will get his lap back. 40 cars on the track in total. Will Parrish and the 75 of Matthew Hubert, the 2 cars in the garage area. And now Wolf, who is on some of the oldest tires in this field right now, is going to start dropping like a stone. We'll see if he pits with the rest of these guys. I don't know, as he is just trying to trundle that 42 car around. Bradley Ream, who is off for the lead lap, will make way for him, as Braden Perez will slot back into position number 2. Thomas Troxell leads the way in the 0-0 car. We'll see, with Matt Wolf falling back, does Alex Sambatale just try and get around? Sambatale will get around the 05 car. That is for 8th place, another 5 bonus points over Toby Murphy and Dylan Matthews. Murphy trying to get around the 97 and the 38. Durrani, Stapleton, and Davenport all off of the lead lap. It's been a caution-free race so far, past the halfway point in the NJ Transit 500. We're about 7 laps away from expecting these guys to come back down the pit lane for pit stop number 2. And again, we're probably going to see another 2-stop race at the New Jersey Motor Speedway Saturday night with these 500-mile races. And now the caution will come out. Somebody's gone around, and it's Tyler Reynolds, the 19, getting turned in turn number 1. Yellow flag numero uno flies today, and, well, the discussion about short pitting here. It's actually, we're just pitting under the green flag. That is actually going to make things very interesting to the end of this race. Thomas Troxel will lead them back. And with 24 laps to go, that's about right on the numbers with tires. 7 to 28, getting their laps back there, as everybody will rejoin with the rest of the field in turns number 4 and 5. Yeah, this is going to be about 23 laps to go this time by, and here we go. Lead lap cars coming down the pit lane. Thomas Troxel leading them down. And this very well could be the money stop here. So we will follow along with Thomas Troxel in the 00. Both GPR owners right now running first and second, as Troxel will come into his pit stall. We'll go over who has the fastest lap and the fastest pit stop after this caution break. But it is going to be 4 tires going all the way around for this 00 car. Dylan Matthews will come into the pit lane as well. Oh, and contact between the 16 and the 00 and the 42. So the race leader, more contact in the back is the 34 Adano Georgi, and Sam Vitale involved on the pit lane. Trouble for your championship leader, Alex Sam Vitale, making contact in the pits. And oh boy, New Jersey just got a lot more interesting. And it's 2 races in a row. Sam Vitale is going to finish this race in the garage area, most likely. And pit lane has been calamity corner all afternoon long. Oh my goodness. We saw it with Matthew Hubert, the 48 and the 47, and now with your championship leader going into New Jersey in 2 days. Alex Sam Vitale destroyed. And we'll see if they just try and repair that car. We've seen cars repair damage before. No, he is going to be out of this race. Alex Sam Vitale will finish in the garage area. And now the 44 hitting the 32. Again, this is a very narrow pit lane, and a lot can happen here. We've seen it in years past. Zachary Fitzwater, your Homestead winner from the other night, with damage. A lot of drivers with damage as well. My goodness. But Braden Perez leads them off of the pit lane. Drama here in the pits. Perez with damage as well in the 92 car. A lot of guys with issues, and that's going to shake this field up once again. But we are under caution for the first time today, and let's review what happened to put us under the yellow flag for the first time at the Trenton Fairgrounds Raceway in the NJ Transit 500. And here is what happened to put us under the first caution flag of the afternoon. Tyler Reynolds and Reggie Fogelman getting caught up, happening right behind Toby Murphy, and then just turning dead right into that outside wall. The 19 and the 12 car, debris going all over the place, the yellow flag flying, and just really, really unfortunate for Tyler Reynolds. It's been a bad season for him. He did get the win at Atlanta, but he sits firmly in the basement in points. He's probably going to be your last car champion here in the point standings. Tough break for the 19 of Reynolds. Following in real time with the 19, just a simple 2-car accident puts us under the yellow flag for the first time today. Reynolds comes to a stop on the outside lane, nearly gets railroaded there. I didn't notice that on the initial replay. Eric Monaco just pretty much nearly railroads him. And we're going to go ahead and see what happened with Alex Sanvitale on the pit lane. Sanvitale was running in the 8th position at the time, and he is unfortunately going to be out early here at Trenton. And this is what happened to Alex Sanvitale. Not really paying attention, as it's just chaos on the pit lane. Logan Williams may have just cost that 96 car a decent shot at the championship. A lot of drama on the pit lane, and that is 2 weeks in a row. Sanvitale is knocked out, but Braden Perez won the race off the pit lane, and he will be your leader. We go back under the green flag here for the final stint, the final 20-odd lap stint here at the New Jersey Motor Speedway. And we're back here at the New Jersey Motor Speedway cleaning up caution number 1 of the day. And only one car was knocked out from that accident, but Alex Sanvitale to the garage area. He is going to go from 8th to 39th here going into New Jersey. And to add insult to injury, Dylan Matthews currently with the fastest lap, and Toby Murphy with the fastest 4-tire pit stop on the day. It's really going to shake things up in the championship battle, but pretty much double file restart here. Going to restart this race with 20 laps to go. Perez, Wolf, Alexander, Garlington, and Zidell, your top 5. Green flag back in the air, and Zidell slow off the start, 4 wide as they go through turns number 1 and 2, and Toby Murphy will thunder ahead in the 20 car. Murphy right now with the points lead, and Dylan Matthews just trying to use a lot of draft and trouble in front of Toby Murphy. Around goes the 44 of John Andrews into the outside wall. Trouble behind. Andrews goes around, the yellow flag out once again here, with Braden Perez winning the race back. And this is where the race just evolves into chaos. Murphy was able to move up to 5th in that melee, and Dylan Matthews up to 12th. Goodness me, what a race that has transpired so far. Looks like John Andrews was the only car to go around, as some contact on the cooldown lap. It's going to end those drivers' days. Very unfortunate for a lot of these guys, but Dylan Matthews up to 12th, and Toby Murphy up to 5th. And oh, we had another incident right on the front straightaway, people going around. I think that might have been Owen Miles. Thomas Troxel, maybe? Everything just unraveling as it all started with the 78 of Zidell coming down the pit lane, or just not going on the start. And it was a calm, relatively calm first half of the race, but here with under 20 laps to go, it is anything but calm. 2 straight cautions put us under the yellow flag for the second time today. And Braden Perez continues to lead here over Matt Wolf. Let's go ahead and review caution number 2 here in the NJ Transit 500 at Trenton. Going into turn number 4, Igor Barreto just gets a drafty car-esque shove going through the corner, nowhere to go other than the rear end of John Andrews, who just sails around in that Air Force number 44 car in front of the rest of the field as everybody is just ducking for cover. Again, that all started with the 78 of Zidell just having issues getting going on the start. The 44 will just go to the outside wall, and I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest, this is a little bit of a Fox Sports moment out of myself, as we'll go here in real time just a little bit. Right out of turn number 5, 99 of Zachary Fitzwater is going to hook the 05 of Owen Miles coming out of the corner. Miles will go down the track in front of Derek Hamill and Alex Lozano. Hamill just turns the car dead left Unfortunately gets into Lozano, turns all 4 of those cars sideways in front of the track, and we were so focused on where Toby Murphy was going to be that we didn't even notice these guys wrecking out here. Again, Fox Sports moment, but again, we do have the replay, so that's good at least. Danny Fallington, who started this race up inside the top 5 in position number 4, will spin around in the 16 car. 5 cars going around on the front straightaway, and we didn't even see it, but at least we did get a replay, unlike Fox Sports would do with a flip. But, oh boy, this is where things just go off the rails, especially with how many cars are a lap down. And yeah, we'll take another look at this in real time, then get you back to the action as they go 4 wide on the cooldown lap here. Calm first half of the race, chaotic second half. The Jekyll and Hyde, that is the Trenton Fairgrounds Raceway here in the capital of the Garden State. Following with John Andrews here, watching that 44 car sail around. Nothing he could really do. And then going back up into here, the big one so far striking. Just a bunch of cars just sailing around out of the corner. Derek Hamill going around. Fitzy, not going to be 2 wins in a row for him. Fallington, Lozano, and Owen Miles. Miles, the only car in that quintet who has not won yet in 2024. And then obviously we saw the contact between a lot of guys on the cooldown lap. But Braden Perez looking for a win number 2 of the season. He's not eligible to win the championship, but he loved to win a race here. He leads the way in the latter stages of the NJ Transit 500. And we're back at the Trenton Fairgrounds Raceway. Cleaning up caution number 2 with 2 different incidents. Still, nobody was knocked out from that wreck. 38 cars on the track. 26 of them are on the lead lap. Right now, if you're championship eligible drivers, Toby Murphy runs 5th. 11th is now Dylan Matthews. 1 lap down in 33rd is Juan Rodriguez, and 39th is the 96 of Alex Sanvitale. And also, Corey Case running in the 6th spot. Green flag in the air. Not a good jump for the 34 of Dano Georgia as they'll remain double file for the most part. Corey Case losing a position. Here comes Toby Murphy on the outside lane, and Dylan Matthews up on the outside wall in the 1 car. Matthews losing a lot of ground on the outside lane, and that's just going to allow Toby Murphy to just try and pull away with as many points as he can. Remember, Murphy does have 5 bonus points for having the fastest 4-tire pit stop so far, and I don't think we're going to get another pit stop. Turning on the Jets in his rookie season and late stages of his rookie season at that, as Murphy, he does fall back down to 6th as for the race lead. It's nobody as Alex Lozano is down the pit lane. Braden Perez with Matt Wolf right behind him. Eric Monaco is a lap down. And 58 and the 62 battling for position number 3. Corey Case looking for a top 5 run. Toby Murphy just trying to survive the outside lane. Remember, Murphy has 82 points ahead of Dylan Matthews. And going into Trenton, or going into New Jersey rather, the way that these guys are running, Toby Murphy is going to be the odds-on favorite to win the championship. Somebody went around on the back straightaway. I think it was the 5 of Cole Sampson. No caution is out. It is just sheer chaos here in the late stages of this race. It is just 2020 all over again, and the 2020 winner going around on the back straightaway. Fight for the race lead continues. Matt Wolf looking to get his 3rd win of the season out of the way is a 79 of the 62. And now Bradley Ream with the fastest lap of the race. That takes 5 points away from Dylan Matthews, who is going to need every point she can get in these next couple of moments. Right now, Matthews currently running. She's in 10th right now. And she's just going to try and get around this 12 machine, I believe. No, we are not under caution. I thought we were for a brief second as Cole Sampson has come back out of the pit lane. 10.5 laps to go as Braden Perez looks to hold on the 42 of Matt Wolf, and a gaggle of lap traffic right behind them and in front of them. Ryan Durrani acting as a little bit of a pick for the 42 car. Wolf on equal tires with everybody. Now is just trying to put that Delta 42 to use. William Brock watching his cars in the garage area. Two of them remain in the race. Will Parrish knocked out. Right now, one of them is looking for the race lead, and the other is looking to have a good shot at winning this championship. Here comes Wolf to the inside. 10 laps to go. Perez will shut the door, although Perez does have damage on the right side of that car. Everybody is good to go on fuel. Now the question, are tires? They've been the main X factor all day long, as Murphy will go up to 5th, getting around the 63 of Corey Case. Case just trying to hold on. Now he cannot finish 5 positions behind Toby Murphy if he wants to stay in this fight for the championship. Fortunately, he's surrounded by lap down cars, but he's going to go on the outside lane going through the corner. Next lap, or lead lap car in line, is the 12. The 12, the 21, and the 1 are all on the lead lap. And I think if Dylan Matthews passes Corey Case, Case is going to be mathematically eliminated from championship contention. And he is just really, really ailing right now in that 63 car. The way that things stand at the moment, it's probably going to be about a 107-point gap between Toby Murphy and Dylan Matthews. That actually might increase here. That's going to increase to 112 as Matthews on the outside lane. Angel Gutierrez will get by her. And Charlie Davenport and Cameron Garlington likely are going to as well. And meanwhile, back at the front, we've missed the pass for the race lead, and that might be the pass for the win. Matt Wolf back out front in the 42 car. But do these guys come down the pit lane for tires? I don't believe that they're going to be able. They should have to. Matthews checking back with her, still holding on to 11th, as Murphy with a lot of cars to pass in front of him. And Perez with 3 lap cars in between him and Matt Wolf. That might give the Howell native his 3rd win of the season. Coming around to 5, count 'em, 5 laps to go in the NJ Transit 500 for the Jersey boy. Matt Wolf just trying to run around here. Still have the potential of a yellow flag coming out. And Toby Murphy now stuck on the outside lane. He might lose a spot to Keegan Thompson, or he'll gain one here with the 62 of Brenna Wilmington yielding the way. Murphy now up to 4th in the 20 car. With 4 laps to go, the fans going wild. For Matt Wolf, who's leading this race, and for Toby Murphy, who right now is going to be the odds-on favorite to win the championship going into New Jersey. Dylan Matthews is not done yet. She is back in the top 10. Angel Gutierrez will roll through the corner. Matthews just trying to get around this 21 car, this 12 and the 21, to get within 100 points. Keegan Thompson now underneath Toby Murphy. This is for position 3 wide going in the corner with 3 laps to go. Riley Sampson a little wide off of the corner. And Murphy might lose 2 positions, a little close there between Stapleton and the 58. Stuck on the outside lane a little bit. That's going to be good for this 63 if he can get around this 20 car. Back at the front, sticks up, 2 laps to go at New Jersey. And Matt Wolf with a comfortable 1 1/4 second lead over the rest of the field. Murphy falling back to 5th. Back in the top 10 is Dylan Matthews. Not for long. Here comes Gutierrez back down low. Corey Case making some moves. That'll be 5 points. He's able to get around the 62, and he will. Now only 1 position separates him from the 20. Back at the front, white flag in the air. One more time around the Trenton Fairgrounds Raceway for Matt Wolf. Braden Perez, too little too late. It's going to be another second place finish for him. Murphy trying to get underneath Keegan Thompson for 4th, but off of the final corner. The fans going wild out of turns 4 and 5. Checkered flag going in the air. 3rd win of the season. It belongs to Howell, New Jersey's the Jersey boy of Matt Wolf, going to victory lane in the nation's capital, in the state's capital. Matt Wolf gets it done. Perez couldn't get it done at the time, and going into the final race of the champion of the season, Toby Murphy, a 5th place run in the 20 car. It looks like the 63, he is going to be safe. It's going to be a big lead that's the 63 is going to have to insurmount to. But what a race for Matt Wolf as he's going to victory lane here at one of his home tracks. Taking a look at your official standings: Matt Wolf, Braden Perez, Keegan Thompson, Logan Alexander, and Toby Murphy, your top 5. Case Wilmington, Crown Jr., Gutierrez, and Dylan Matthews, your top 10. And Toby Murphy essentially finished 4th with having the fastest 4-tire pit stop of the day. 38 cars finished the race. Alex Sanvitale finishing 39th. So we've skipped to it by now, but taking a look at your mathematical standings, if I'm not mistaken. So Toby Murphy is going to be your points leader going into Trenton by 112 points over Dylan Matthews, if my math is correct. And then it's ultimately going to realistically come down to between Murphy and Matthews, because the next closest driver is going to be, funny enough, Derek Hamill of all people. Actually, no, it's going to be Sam Vitale, who's 175 behind. Then Derek Hamill, who's 178. Then Corey Case, who's minus 163. And then Juan Rodriguez, with him failing to finish this race, or with him finishing 33rd. I believe that he's going to be 215 back, which the max amount of points you can get is 220. So Rodriguez is going to need to have everything go right. If he doesn't win the pole next Saturday night, then I don't think Juan Rodriguez has a chance of winning this championship, which is unfortunate. Obviously, you'll see everything officially in just a couple of moments, but just based off of the quick math that I did, I believe Toby Murphy is going to have a 112-point lead over the one of Dylan Matthews going into the final race of the season. So Murphy is the odds-on favorite to win the championship, which 112, that's about, it's 23 positions between the 1 and the 20. So Matthews is going to need Murphy to really just wreck out and not have a good run at Trenton or at New Jersey. But again, it's gonna be either one of those two. And of course, I probably screwed up the math on that a lot. and you'll see it officially in a couple of moments, but I think it's going to come down to between Murphy and Matthews for that top championship spot. But that's going to do it here from Trenton. Congratulations once again to Matt Wolf for winning the NJ Transit 500. And Saturday night, it all comes down to 500 miles in New Brunswick. The 2024 Mission Barbecue Cup Series season finale kicks off at 7 p.m. Eastern from the New Jersey Motor Speedway for the Corporate Deployments 500 right here on the NASRN. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's coverage of the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. And real quick, before we get things kicked off for that, I do want to mention that we will be broadcasting qualifying for the season finale from the New Jersey Motor Speedway. That'll be set to be a good one there. Qualifying will go up an hour before the race to see who the field will be set by, or who will start on the pole, and where all of your championship eligible drivers will start for the Corporate Deployments 500. But without further ado, here are your chase bracket and point standings after race 34 of the 2024 MBCS season. From Trenton, New Jersey, on behalf of the North American Sim Racing Network, my name is Trey Wright. Have a great evening, folks. We'll see you Saturday night.